Yo, you ready? From the good vibes, get the bad energy. I don't mean you don't care what you're telling me. I be getting blue money, living life heavily. Paying back rolls, getting 6-figure salary. Setting up the stacks like I'm racking up salary. I don't like slow money, make accelerate. I be balling in the club, sipping some. I just want the good vibes, keep your bad energy.
And here's your host, Erick Jhon.
Welcome to Erick Jhon's world. If I sound nasally, you already know. This weather got me. This weather got your boy all messed up. You already know next week it's already Halloween. And let's hope it's not rainy or cold. Yo, y'all saw me at Comic-Con though? I looked fire. Y'all saw that, right? Get it? Cause my hair was fire. Cause I was Hades. Y'all got it. But y'all wanna know what like really pisses me off? When, you plan something in your head and then you try it on, but you forgot that you've been having bacon, egg, and cheeses for breakfast the last 2 weeks. And yeah, the outfit don't be looking how it did in your head. And that be the worst. Well, whatever, I'll get over that. Because, we still going to discuss my Tims later on in the show. But on today's show, we have poet Naudy Suarez. But before that, there's been things happening around the world. So let's go see what happened. That's some good tea. Let me put these glasses on because I am blind today. Listen, we got a lot to talk about, even though it's been a pretty chill week. France has a problem, y'all. Bed bugs. The recent outbreak has captured government officials' attention, especially in the run-up to the 2024 Olympics, when millions of visitors are expected to descend on Paris. The deputy major recently warned that no one is safe from a bed bug infestation, fueling anxiety among residents of the French capital and people planning to travel there. Listen, I've been told Paris is dirty. It's dirtier than New York. Yeah, I know I was over there in November of last year. And when I got there, I was like, this is Paris? There's trash all over the place. It stinks. The people are rude. I love Paris, but there's just certain streets of Paris that I like. I like La Galleria. Ooh, I like walking through all those expensive stores that I could not afford. It was great. But it's like in the Eiffel Tower, there's garbage in the bottom. At least our Statue of Liberty don't got no garbage. The Empire State had garbage. Bring it back, Erick Jhon. You're mistaking New York with Paris because they both dirty, but Paris is dirtier. Empire State don't got garbage, but Arc de Triomphe does. So, the bedbug said, bonjour, French people, bonjour. So hopefully I got that resolved because I heard on my way here that now the bedbugs are traveling to the United States. And do we want another pandemic? And this one has to do with bed bugs? I think not. Like, yikes. Just thinking about it. Well, now on to some crazy news. It looks like Tupac's murder has been resolved because the murderer has been caught nearly 27 years after his death. For you youngins, Tupac was a rapper that was fatally shot in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas, Nevada. I know he got songs like, "No, I see no changes." Can't sing it, copyright. And so the shooting happened when the car that had Tupac Shakur in it was stopped at a red light at the East Flamingo Road and Covo Lane. He is known as one of the greatest. So, this brings closure to a lot of hip hop fans. Well, Dwayne Davis, aka Keith, I don't even know how to say that. Y'all know my English is not very good looking. Kev D has been indicated for murder in the fatal drive-by shooting of Tupac at the age of 60. So basically, this man lived his whole life, and he was arrested while taking a morning walk near his home. He has been known to investigators and has himself admitted in interviews in back even in 2019 when he did a memoir called Compton Street Legends that he was in the Cadillac for where the gunfire erupted during September 1996. And even though September 1996 was a really good month because I was born, this happened, the drive-by shooting of Tupac. So me and Tupac were technically never in the earth at the same time, sadly. Well, basically, he's been ratting himself out all these years for clout. Clout is one hell of a drug because the authorities been collecting all of this data. Now, there's one thing. This is the New York in me. Now, let's look into Biggie Smalls next. I ain't gonna say much on that because growing up, I heard some theories that just make sense. Yeah. I'm excited for this. Bright news. One word. One name. Renaissance. Beyonce. When Beyonce said, "You are the visuals," she wasn't joking because boom, she's coming to theaters. And I'm glad I saved my coins because the concert it did look really fun, but it was pretty hefty. It was estaba cariñoso. It is going to be distributed by AMC Theaters and is scheduled to premiere on December 1st, 2023. The film reportedly will be a combination of the creation of the Renaissance album and the record's accompanying visual albums because she still hasn't released not one music video for it. Mind you, she had some of the biggest songs. It's also going to show footage of the tour and how it was developed. And I'm ready for it. Ooh, I'm ready for it. I'm in there like swimwear. Ooh, yes. Even though I feel like I've already experienced the whole tour because all I saw in my For You page was the show. Like, you could not scroll down the TikTokies without seeing it. Listen, if there's one thing that Erick Jhon's gonna do, Erick Jhon's gonna be extra. Cause I'm gonna dress up and all of that. I couldn't afford the concert tickets, but I could afford a movie ticket. Ooh, especially with the discount codes, isn't it like $10 on Tuesdays or something like that? I'm gonna be in there and I'm gonna be participating like I'm part of that show. Listen, when Beyonce say, "Look around, everybody on mute," I'm gonna be like that. I'm gonna be looking. Because, there'll be some people that be still talking in the theater, but I'm gonna be like, yup. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see that. But it makes me think, like, crazy enough, I would not believe who was one of the first people to do this. Miley Cyrus. Yup. Hannah Montana was one of the very first people to do this. I remember being like 10 or 11. I'm not that young. Or 11. Asking my mama to go take me to go see Hannah Montana meets Miley Cyrus, Best of Both Worlds, in 3D. In 3D. I think the only other people that did that, if I'm not mistaken, Jonas Brothers, right? Yeah. Y'all gotta step it up. But I do have to admit this though. Beehive, don't come for me. But beyond, like, Renaissance was not my favorite Beyonce album. It was not. Don't look at me like that. Do not look at me like that, Angie. Yo, I got the producers like legit grilling me down. But I do gotta say this. The experience made me add some songs to my playlist. Like Alien Superstar. What? Heated? Put me on. Yada 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 yada. What?
So what's your favorite?
I like that. Huh?
What's your favorite?
My favorite Beyonce album is forever gonna be Baby, I love you. You play me some Dangerously in Love. Followed by Beat It. Beat It was a really good album. Beat It was an experience. But I don't know, Renaissance, I liked how it got people to leave the house wearing costumes and all of these things. It was beautiful to see people come together. Even though there was some people out there that doing the whole, look around, everybody on mute, and they screaming, trying to get attention. How you trying to get clout off of Beyonce? What? Looking for a whole 5 minutes, 5 minutes, ooh. Y'all hear this nasally coming on? I feel like Fran Drescher. Ooh. But, that's Beyonce. Beyonce's like, stop talking about me. Sorry, B. Oh, wait. Damn. All right, but we do have time for one more story? Okay, perfect. Tristan, third trimester Thompson, says Khloe Kardashian is his person. And says he questions why he has put her through so much. This happened on the Kardashian Hulu show, which I wish I could show ya. I don't think I can. I don't think I'm allowed. I'm going to see moving forward because I would love to show you the clip. But again, copyright, we ain't trying to get sued. We still in our first season. We trying to come back for a second. But yeah, back to Tristan. He want to get back together with Khloe. I just know it. I know it. Everything in my spirit. I want y'all to go to my Instagram at Erick Jhon's World. That's ErickJhonsWorld and vote if you think they're gonna get back together. Go take that poll. But guys, looks like time, man. It looks like we're gonna have to take a break. So don't go nowhere. We have some great show for you after this small break. This is the Erick Jhon's World Show. Oh, I just love that theme song. I'm not tired of it at all. So, I'm excited because our guest today not only is from the Bronx, big Bronx energy, not only is she Dominican, but she is a poet and her new book is called Blackbird. Help me in joining Naudy Suarez. Welcome to the Erick Jhon's World Show.
Thank you for having me.
Spin that wheel.
Let's do it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. Let me see. Oh, that's a good question. Because I have my answer. Have a seat. Should pineapples be on pizza?
Absolutely yes.
Thank you.
I'm a Hawaiian pizza girl.
Thank you. You know, with the ham.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, for
now,
sure.
Where my camera at? If you don't like pineapples on your pizza, grow up. They know who I'm talking to. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. Grow up. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Eric.
I'm so excited that you're here.
I'm so excited to be here too. I had so much fun with you at Comic-Con last week.
I know.
That was awesome. And you did not look like you had too many bacon, egg, and cheeses.
Girl.
Your cosplay was awesome.
I couldn't eat the whole day either. Because
That's okay.
I had to the teeth, the prosthetic teeth.
Yeah, but Comic-Con was an experience as always. I loved it.
I was sweating. I was sweating.
I just want to also say thank you for everyone who came out and purchased the book and supported me and said so many kind things about what they've been reading in it. It's been an amazing month.
It's amazing. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, the book, and what inspired you to be part of, like, what's your writing process like?
Yeah, so I have been writing poetry since I was 12. The pandemic really lent itself to me sitting down, focusing on my writing, editing old poems, putting everything together into this compilation. The writing process was, I guess, longer than it should have been. I know everyone's process is different. I felt like mine was so extended because I was second guessing myself so much. It's difficult to put your art out there because you're putting yourself out there to be judged and criticized, and hopefully people can connect with what they read or see depending on what your medium is. So it was a long process, but I grew. So I can't wait to write my second book because it challenges you and you grow and you figure out just how amazing your community is. Because something that I discovered during my process was how many supporters I had. My friends and family who would read it and tell me, this is great, publish it, publish it, publish it, for years. And then I finally did, and so many people purchased it. I had friends even tell me, like, I don't read poetry, but I'll buy it because you wrote it.
Of course.
And hearing something like that, just figuring out how much support and love you have, that was my favorite part of the process, was discovering myself and my community on a deeper level.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm touched. She said friends, and I said, that's me.
Yes.
That's me.
Thank you.
Now, poems about sitting in the dark. Why?
So I didn't want to be coy about what the poems were about. They are about depression and loneliness, heartbreak, a lot of the difficult emotions that we were all faced with during the pandemic, in our personal relationships, in our personal lives. So it's there are heavy, dark topics, and I know a lot of people asked me, why go so dark in your first book? Yeah. You're gonna scare people away. But I didn't think I was gonna scare people away. I knew I was going to draw people in with my honesty, which is the purpose of the book. I want people to feel heard, understood, seen, like they can relate to these things. And, a lot of us, when we're going through something difficult, when we're in our dark times, we feel like I'm the only one going through this. Especially during the quarantine, during that isolation, you're like losing your mind and you think, I'm the only one going through this. So I wanted to publish this and say, you're not the only one going through this. We're all going through something difficult, not just during the pandemic, but at different seasons of our lives. We go through things that are difficult, and let's talk about it, because there's beauty and there's strength in not running away from the darkness.
Wow, you said that beautifully.
Thank you.
You did that beautifully.
Thank you.
Wow. Because, that's basically what I did when I did my first album. That's why I called it therapy. Because for me, music was my therapy. And it's beautiful that you were actually able to take darkness and turn it into beauty and stuff like that. Just actually sit down and write it down. Because you ever seen that meme that it says, like, Dear God, and then it's like teardrops on the paper? That'd be me when I try to sit down and like write about stuff like that, because it's not an easy topic.
It's not an easy topic. It's not an easy journey. Life isn't sunshine and rainbows all of the time. And I feel like that's the fake face that we like to put out there. So why not take this opportunity, take our art and our platform as an opportunity to talk about the things that people are afraid to talk about?
Thank you.
Because
Thank you.
I want people to feel Like, okay, so sitting in the dark. Actually, in the introduction of my book, I end it with, thank you for sitting with me in the dark.
Wow.
And I want to sit with people in the dark. I don't want anybody to feel alone. I want people to read about loneliness and go, wow, so other people are lonely too. I feel like that's how we connect, when we're real, when we're transparent, and when we talk about the difficult things.
Wow. Did you have any challenges with that?
With talking about the very difficult things, no, not when I wrote it, because poetry has always been a very cathartic process for me. I can sit down and just write everything about how I feel and what I'm thinking, no matter how dark it is. So that writing process is always comforting and easy for me. What was a little challenging was publishing, like hitting that button and knowing now everybody is going to read about my personal life and my struggles.
Wow.
It's very, you're exposing yourself. And, so I think that was my biggest challenge, was understanding that now everyone was going to just see me and parts of me that I don't readily share.
Right, right.
I received a lot of phone calls from family members and friends after they read the book. And some of them were like, are you okay?
Okay. Okay, we got into the nitty gritty of this.
Yeah, are you sad? Like, do you need to? And I'm like, I'm fine, because you know me personally on a personal level. I'm one of the nicest, happiest people you'll ever meet.
Good vibes, good energy.
All the time, And this book is like, let's talk about some of the bad vibes.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was surprised because you're like, oh, I'm releasing a book and stuff, and like first of all, we're like, where did this come from? From teaching to writing a book and stuff like that. And I remember we were chilling at our mutual friend's house, and you're like, yeah, it's about, actually, I'm not going to tell you guys what it's about. And then she just started reading, and we're all just like,
is she okay?
we were just taking shots a second ago. Why do we want to hug each other? Like, are you okay? Like,
Yeah.
now, I got excited a few seconds ago. You're Dominican.
I am, yes.
I'm Dominican.
De pura cepa.
Now, if there's one thing about Dominicans, because remember, I took out Deep Waters 2 years ago. 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago now. Deep Waters, I opened the video with like a failed suicide attempt. And like the whole song is about my journey of like dealing with depression and what helped me with all glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Amen, that's right.
So like throughout the whole song, I'm reading all these, I've gone through the waters, but the waters didn't drown me. Quoting scriptures. Yo estaba loco. Erick, ¿por qué tú estás sacando like songs like that? Like, eso es vaina de loco. So like, being Dominican, talking about mental health, how was that?
So, I'm about to expose myself. I've actually struggled with mental health for quite some time. I struggled with depression for many years, like over 10 years, a good amount of time. So it wasn't a shock to my family and friends. They knew that about me. Like I said, I have a very supportive community that was there to encourage me through all of that, which is important. But yeah, to go into the nitty gritty in depth, like how I really feel, they weren't even shocked. I think that they were encouraged with my boldness. And yeah, which made me feel great. Nobody was like, why are you talking about this?
Right.
They were like, wow, that's brave. Because, I had people share with me like, oh, I'm not willing to be that transparent about my struggles. So it's amazing that you did it.
Yeah. Because it is sad that like in a lot of like Hispanic community and stuff like that, it's like we don't talk enough about mental health.
We don't. And as a matter of fact, you mentioned scripture, and I start my book with a scripture. Can I read it?
Of course.
Yeah, so I started with James 5:16, and it says, confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. And so that was my mindset going in. I said, I want to confess really sin because a lot of the stuff, it's not, again, light, it's dark. So, but there's power in bringing the darkness into the light. The light overcomes it, the light overpowers it, and there's healing through confession. So this book, it's really personal. I wanted to confess. That's my healing journey, is just being honest. So yeah.
I'm telling you, that is such a blessing. Like I feel like in the past few years, I've done. I don't want to say like a lot, but I do try to shine the light on talking about let's talk more. Like anxiety and depressions are not made up things.
No.
Like
they're
people
not.
just like, oh no, or get over it. Like, listen, I can't put Vicks all over my body and stop being depressed.
Yeah.
I know Vic fixes everything.
There's not enough Robitussin for my soul.
Exactly. There's not enough rompepecho.
No.
Listen, why are Hispanic medicine so aggressive with their names?
Yeah, but no, you're right. We need to talk about it, and I'm talking about it. So, and I'm happy that I'm talking about it.
Do you want the next book to be on the same topic?
No. So thank you for asking me that. My next book I want to release is in Spanish.
Ooh.
Yes, like you mentioned, I am bilingual. I am Dominican. I want to reach that audience. I have family members and friends who don't speak English, and I want to, connect with them. So my next book will be in Spanish. And it won't be so dark. No, it's rather romantic.
Oh.
Yeah.
She said, Marimal. Ew.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're writing a novela.
Yeah, it's
Still poetry, or are you
it's still
thinking?
poetry.
Okay.
It's still poetry, but it's a lot more romance. It's a lot more bachata-esque.
Oh.
And it will be in Spanish. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. You want to know? You know one of my favorite songwriters, right?
Who?
Of all time.
Who's that?
El gran maestro Juan Luis Guerra.
Look at that.
What?
Hopefully, Juan, if you're listening, if you're watching, let's collab.
Listen, Grandpa. That's my grandpa in my head. Ooh, I just hit the mic. Sorry, viewers. That's my grandpa in my head. I heard Burbujas de Amor.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, I said, I gotta step it up when songwriting.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's what I'm going for.
What? Bachata Rosa? Oh. So I'm excited. And in Spanish?
Yeah, I'm going to be promoting that one early next year. I'll be in the Dominican Republic for a month.
Wow.
Yes, and I want my first readings and everything to be over there. I want to connect with my people and...
Wow. Llévame contigo. What? A whole month in DR? Mm-hmm. That sounds good, right? I gotta stop talking because 2 weeks and I'm like, take me back to the Bronx.
Take me back. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like...
I am strange in that way too. Like most New Yorkers, we want to go so bad. And when we're there for over a week, we need to come back home.
Wait, no. She's talking about, I gotta go back home. Girl, you lived in Shanghai?
Yeah, I did.
And in Cheonan, South Korea?
I did. I've had so many opportunities. I'm so grateful for.
How? And why didn't I know this?
First of all, as a woman of color in the Bronx, we're not afforded these opportunities, readily. It's hard to access these things. But the Lehman College community.
Shout out to Lehman.
Yeah, shout out to Lehman.
Class of 2018. You heard?
The CUNY community has been so supportive and has allowed me to have these opportunities. So the Shanghai, China one was a study abroad. I did it for a semester when I was in undergrad at Lehman.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was such an eye-opening, life-transforming experience. Again, a testament to how amazing my community is. I remember I got the application really late, but my English professor, shout out to Darnella, I love you. She wrote me a recommendation letter really quick, and we got the application together. 3 days later, I got accepted into this program, and I went to Shanghai University.
Look at God.
Yeah, it was amazing.
She said 3 days later.
Yeah.
Now, how will you summarize your book and where Naudy Suarez is going?
How would I summarize my book? I think this was the first step on my journey. I needed to expose myself. I wanted to confess. I wanted to talk about the darkness. I wanted to get the darkness out into the light. And where I'm going is more exploration of myself and the human experience and just the world at large. I also wanted to say my book isn't just about my struggle. I have poems inspired by, close friends, family members, people going through really difficult situations. So more of that moving forward, more of getting to know the people in my community, extending even outside of my community, and going deep inside of myself to give the world whatever it is that God put in me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Will you stick along with us for a little bit longer?
I would love to.
So we'll be right back after this break with more with Naudy Suarez.
Thank you.
I'm sitting here with poet of Blackbird, Naudy Suarez. Yo. Yup, clap it up, clap it up. This next segment is called Shade or Not Shade. I'm going to read a few scenarios, and we got to see if they're shady
Okay.
or not.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Y'all ready?
Yep. Yeah.
Let's go. This person says, my boyfriend changed his password to his phone after 3 years of being together. Back then, we casually just go through each other's phones. Lately, I noticed that he's been protective of his phone. He turns on Do Not Disturb notifications, along with airplane mode when he sleeps over in my house. I thought something was really strange, so I decided to access his phone, to which I couldn't because he changed his password. I didn't ask him about it because I wanted to consult to see if I was going crazy or not. I find it really weird that he turns on his airplane mode because I think he's afraid that someone's gonna call him. Do we really gotta ask? Is it shade or not? Cause I'm putting my glasses on.
I don't know.
Girl.
I don't know.
Nope.
I think it's shady that she looked through his phone.
But I'm keeping my glasses on. This whole scenario is shady.
I think that when you're in a relationship, you need to have clear communication. And if you feel like somebody's doing something shady, you should ask. I'm going to put my glasses on because I think it was shady that she looked through his stuff.
No, I'm putting my glasses on because why is he out of nowhere? Like, they've already established this. She was just casually looking through it.
There are a number of reasons why you would change your behavior. It doesn't have to be because you're hiding something from your partner.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm keeping the shades on because why he didn't tell her he changed the password?
Why do you have to tell your partner if you change the password to your personal device?
But what if they already had established this?
Which
You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
is odd.
If it was something that was new, okay, I would have gotten it. But no. You get what I'm saying? You said communication. They had already communicate. That's what they do. It wasn't like she was looking. She was just, okay, let me pick up my phone, his phone.
Was it established that they're allowed to go through each other's personal belongings?
It says we casually just go through each other's phones.
Okay.
Back then, you know what I'm saying? Okay, next one. Because now I'm getting mad. Ooh. I had a friend recently come to me telling me I'm being scammed. I'm going to blank college. They said the college, but I want to put it up. Yeah, blank college. And I was so excited. My friend gave me a BS response and was just like, degrees, quotation marks, from that schools are basically worthless and that the quality of education and teaching there is suburb. That blank actually had its LPN program suspended because students were learning human anatomy from coloring books.
Oh, no.
And racing wheelchairs down the hallway.
That sounds like so much fun.
So they ended up by saying that, oh, if your college is located in a strip mall or shady downtown office, you're being scammed. What's the person being shady?
Yeah. Let's normalize.
Put your glasses on
let's
if it's shade.
normalize saying congratulations when our friends achieve something.
I don't know. I'm not putting my glasses on. I don't know. I don't think it's shade. Because if that's a real friend, like, yes, I'm gonna be excited for you, but I'm also gonna tell you, like, yo, I don't think education connection.com for you know, you remember back in the day, education connection, is that still around? Like,
I don't know.
I'm gonna be like, bro, save your money, go to community college. And nothing against education connection, but I never met somebody who said I got a job because I got my degree from, you know.
I see.
Now, I don't. It also depends the friend
And the tone.
and
The tone matters so much here. Because if I'm really your friend and I'm like, oh no, wait, I think you can do so much better than this. Let me help you apply to another college. Versus, oh, that's where you got in. That's different.
Let's quickly do. We got two more. Let's run through these.
All right, let's run through.
Is it shady for girlfriends to hide Instagram stories from you? We have been dating exclusively for about a month and a half. I'm not worried that she's cheating on me, but I am human and have insecurities. She puts a lot of effort into me, but something about it just doesn't sit right with me. Sometimes she has it where I can see her stories. Sometimes she hides them from me. She has them, like, she unhid them from me yesterday and posted a picture of us. For about 7 to 8 hours later, I couldn't see her stories anymore. It's a shade. I don't actually.
Hold on.
Halfway, because
It doesn't have to mean that she's hiding something bad from him. It could also mean like she's posting something she doesn't want to be judged for or have to discuss.
well, that's her man.
Sometimes you're in a relationship with somebody who's critical.
Okay, last one. Last one.
We
Last
can't
one.
agree on anything.
I think we could agree on this last one.
Okay.
My friend keeps liking posts that say, "Stop taking advice from single people." But we were talking about her relationship yesterday. Girl, your friend is shady.
Yeah, that was about you.
Oh, that was shady. That was shady.
Like, these single people are steering me in the wrong direction. Yeah.
Yo, Naudy's gonna be later on in the show performing some of her poetry for us. We're so excited about that. We'll be right back with more great show for you guys. And stop being so shady. Here at the Erick Jhon Show, we may joke and have a good time, showing great vibes, but we also like to spread light on important issues. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Detecting breast cancer can be a crucial step in ensuring early diagnosis and effective treatment. Breast cancer is a formidable adversary that affects both men and women alike. Detecting this silent intruder early on is key to combating its potential harm. So let's navigate the path of breast self-examination together. Firstly, it is important to understand your own body and become familiar with the normal texture and appearances of your breast. By doing so, you'll recognize any changes that may occur. Building this intimate awareness serves as a powerful tool in early detection. Now, let's embark on the journey of self-examination. Begin by finding a comfortable position, whether standing in front of a mirror or laying down. Observe your breast visually, noting any visible changes such as lumps, dimpling, or retraction of the nipple. Pay attention to any unusual discharge as well. Next, move your hand with purpose, placing your opposite hand on the corresponding breast, using gentle yet firm pressure. Start at the outer edge and gradually move inwards, exploring the entire breast and armpit area. Feel for any abnormalities, such as lumps or thickened tissue. Remember, it is normal to have some lumpy areas due to hormonal changes, But if any or unusual lump arises, consult a healthcare professional. As an integral part of breast self examination, it is also checking your nipples. Look for changes in color, shape, or any inward pulling. Gently squeeze each nipples to check for discharge. It may be blood or any other fluid. Breast cancer may look like redness of the breast swelling or enlargement, pain or itchiness of the breast, thickening of the skin on the breast, and raked or dimpled skin texture. It may also look like swelling of lymph nodes in your armpit or above the collarbone. Remember, self-examination is not a guarantee of detecting breast cancer, but it is a proactive step you can take in prioritizing your health. It is recommended to complement self-examination with regular clinical breast exams and mammograms as advised by healthcare professionals. If during your self-examination you notice any irregularities or have concerns, don't hesitate to seek medical attention. Medical experts are here to support you and provide the necessary screenings and tests to ensure your health and well-being. Breast cancer is a battle best fought with knowledge, awareness, and timely action. Empower yourself by becoming familiar with your own body and advocating for your health care. Together, we can stand strong against breast cancer and strive towards a healthier future. I do want to let you know this is for educational purposes only and should not replace professional medical advice. If you have any concerns or questions regarding breast cancer, please consult a healthcare professional. Get checked and encourage your friends to get checked. Reading poems from her new book, Blackbird, Naudy Suarez.
Hi. So just in time for Halloween, we have Blackbird, which is my compilation of poems that are dark, eerie, and very real. So to kick off Halloween week, I'm going to start with a poem titled Haunted. Every high and every low is laced with your echo. Your song bewitched me. The sound renders me speechless still. I cannot speak, but I know I'm in the presence of something real. You are my awakening, the purpose of my pilgrimage, my deity. On bent knee, I search for you in the dark. You hide your face, the trace of you, it's true. You are the ghost that haunts me even into the light. The grip of your glare holds me tight. It finds me on every continent. Your essence sips coffee with me in Parisian cafes, swims with me in every ocean, flies with me over great expanses. We are adept at how we play. I know how to run away. You know how to stay. Stay stuck between the fibers of my being. You float between the lines of my ever-shifting feelings. You seamlessly locate the coordinates of my bones and psyche. My soul has never been on its own. In every sanctuary where I pray, in every foreign bed I lay, all the places that promise an escape get broken into by the memory of your all-seeing eyes. They visit me at the watch of night. They look back at me. The eyes of whom I have unfinished business with. So many unfulfilled wishes, so many desperate kisses, so many trespasses remain unforgiven. Thank you. So poem number 2 is actually my favorite poem, and the reason why it's my favorite poem is because of the writing process. So usually when you're writing a poem, you write some lines, you revisit the poem, you add something, you take something away. But this poem in particular, I sat down one day and I wrote it straight through. It's rather long, but I wrote it start to finish, and within under 10 minutes, and I kind of impressed myself, especially with the clarity with which I expressed what I was feeling. So I hope that everyone can relate to this. It's called Alone. For you I find the strength to strive in places where I tend to run and hide. For you I find the courage to speak, to stay, to inhale the haze. For you I compromise. For you I lose some sleep. I tell you stories while I rub your feet. I keep dancing to your tune even when you miss a beat. For you, I court the hope you say you're bleeding, and you give me your backside, while my insides are screaming, alone. I guess I'm home. I sit in the ache, swim in the lake of disappointment, open my eyes every morning to see a kingdom fallen. I hear the blackbird calling me back into dreams where even still I am unaccompanied. Looking for a God to heal these wounds, I searched for the tall archer, the songbird, the angry snail. I said, yes, I'd love you even if you grew a tail. 2 cups of malt whiskey, 1 glass of white wine, cigarettes, and lie after lie. There's a lie in every line, but their replies feed my pride when your angry words make me want to die. All these words fill the space where I used to moan before you left me, alone. The king has been dethroned. I walk through the blueprints of the palace we almost built alone. And I'm so hollow from laying brick with the enthusiasm of my hips. I used to think I could trust you. Hands open, heart open, hope on high. But you broke my fingers, still my heart lingered until it turned to stone. I cried, alone. Where are your arms they used to want for me? You used to love me, that much I know was real. Now it all lacks zeal. I still remember when the passion was authentic, when you meant it. The joy was true. I felt it. Where did it go? I want you to know this field won't grow if you beat your farmhand down. And you call me a clown, but you're the one that just. Yours is the worst kind of circus. Only the broken stay on purpose. I'm clinging to my chair, I'm gasping for air. I'm alone in the pain you inflict in my veins and in my bones. When affection is at bay, I feel the sharp stones cutting through the skin of my 2 hands too small to grip your soul. I clasp too tight. You slip through my fingers after twilight. Where do you go to? Where do you go? I want to know how you've mastered staying while making me feel so alone. Thank you. So here's another favorite. It's called March Again. And this one's talking about spring, so no more winter. The spring reminds me of you. Everything gets warm and new. The spring reminds me of you. My songbird brings melodies to melt the disjointed sound of broken strings. Winter's love, a battered violin. My spring love sings. Suddenly there's hope again. Suddenly there's trust. On a whim, we unlock higher levels of lust. Everyone disappears into the wind, like the petals of a dandelion. Where do my lungs send you? I want to go there too. Even when everything is still cold and I'm getting old, the spring reminds me of you. Thank you.
Girl, you need a hug. You need a hug. Wow, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
For you guys at home, we have a special treat. You could enter to win your very own signed copy of Blackbird.
Yes.
Go to erickjhonsworld.com to see the rules. Also, make sure to go to Instagram
Yes.
at
Poesía con paz. There's an underscore between all those words. So
I'll
poesía
put it down.
underscore con underscore paz.
I'll put it down somewhere here. Thank you so much for joining. That was so beautiful.
Thank you for having me, Eric.
Thank you.
Oh, and thank you for everyone who's reading. I love feedback, so please send me your thoughts.
Y'all, we're gonna be right back with your Eric question that it's ooh. Thank you. So I'm checking my phone with the Erick Jhon case. Y'all see that? And somebody wrote in and said, "Yeah, Eric, my wife and I met 3 years ago and started dating and got married. Everything seemed fine. We moved to a different state and the move was agreed on before the marriage because we both got better jobs. We have 1 kid together. After our first year of marriage, she brought a kid from another relationship. Oh, there's something shady in there. She said, I love them both. Lately, I have been gone for work and my wife has been saying she has been unhappy for some times and she wanted to open the relationship." Do I even gotta continue reading? He says, "I am strictly against it. I told her these are my boundaries and she's still pushing for it. I recommended couple therapies, but she seems skeptical about it because she says that she's gone to independent therapy and it doesn't help. Do you really want my response? Do you really want my response? Déjala. Listen, at this point, she don't want therapy. She want to have an open relationship. The only thing she got to do is open a Bible instead of trying to open legs for somebody else. Okay? So, yeah. Mira, it feels bad because, I know you feel like you're breaking up your family and stuff, but if she's not invested in you, I'm sorry, my brother. It's sad. You tried therapy. Many men don't even want to do therapy, so at least you're trying. I'm sorry. Yo, if you have any other scenarios, any questions you have for your boy, erickjhonsworld.com/be on the show. Guys, send me some positive things because all these negative things, I'm not even supposed to be giving relationship advice. Y'all heard that other lady? Y'all gonna have my friends liking posts about me talking about, oh, don't ask single people about relationship advice. Y'all the ones asking. Bye. You know what? You know what? You know what? Scuss my Tims. Weight managers. And I ain't talking about people in the gyms and stuff like that. I'm talking about those people who want to give you backhanded compliments. Talking about, oh, you look so great when you was losing weight. Ay, tú sí estás gordo. Like, shut up. Like, why does that have to do anything with you? Yeah, I lost weight and then I gained some back. I lost weight because I had depression. I gained weight, why? Because I had depression. It's my body. You know how my body works. Worry about yourself. And why your back's so big. Big back. Ooh, talk about, Thanksgiving's coming. Yeah, Thanksgiving's coming. And I'm finna eat. This Thanksgiving, I'm finna eat. I don't care. So y'all stay over there. Worry about yourself with your little cheap Fashion Nova Sheen that don't even fit. And let me enjoy my food. Let me enjoy my food in peace. Because you ain't the one feeding me. And that's what scuss my Tims this week. Y'all, let me. Ooh, sir. Hey, y'all. Can y'all play my favorite video of the week? That white girl better sing. She finna sing. But you wanna know what got me tight during this whole video? I guess I'm still mad from, why all them people in the back mad unseasoned? They continue about their business. Girl, come to the Erick Jhon World show. Come perform here. I'll give you the attention you need. I'll be like, yeah, girl, you better hit that note. Ooh, oh no, she didn't. I'll be like that. Yeah. Nah, the people out there like, ooh, girl, you did that. She don't date white guys. You can tell. That was my favorite video of the week, y'all. We'll be right back. Yo, I want to thank you for watching, and I want to thank Naudy Suarez for joining me on today's episode. Yeah. Next week is going to be a dangerous episode. because next week is our Halloween episode. Ooh, and you don't want to miss. Any guesses what you think my costume is going to be? But always remember, the key to life, y'all, is to 1, drink water, and 2, mind your business. I'll see ya next time. Kia!
La gente habla más que la que. Erick Jhon. ¿Y qué fue? Estamos bilingües, tú supiste. Llámame el mite porque tú puedes aprender de mí. Mucho bla bla bla, que lo va, mucho bla bla bla, que lo va, mucho bla bla bla, mucho bla bla bla, mucho bla bla bla, que lo va, mucho bla bla bla, que lo va, mucho bla bla bla, que lo va, mucho bla bla bla, mucho bla bla bla, mucho bla bla bla. Muchos no confiaban, pero mira dónde estoy. Eran enemigos, di que en coro hoy. No ando pendiente, mala vibra ni visaje. A los fake que pregunten no tengo ni los pasajes. Porque el éxito ajeno parece que te molesta. No creo que hable así, te pongo un demagogo acostumbrado que tu mujer te minta. Y ella aquí, pidiéndolo en cámara lenta. La verdad